Hey, good morning, everybody. Go ahead and let's do roll call. And in a roll call, I want to hear one thing from you. I want you to say, "Hey, I'm here. Good morning. I want to hear what you ate for dinner last night." So go ahead and just put that there. I've got an important message for you guys today, and yeah. So I'm looking to talk to the ninth graders right now, the current ninth graders, especially those in Cambridge, and give you guys an update on what's happening and what's going to be happening here soon. So just kind of waiting for you guys to show up. I know I didn't plan this ahead of time. Where mornings we normally do review of, homework and all that kind of stuff. But not today. Hey, Vanessa, how are you doing? Hey, Vanessa, I have a question for you. What, in pre-calculus, what are you guys working on right now? Amy's here. Josue's here. Who's Rogue Turret? Danitza. Good morning, Danitza. How are you? Let's see. Man, I hope you guys are all doing all right. We got. It looks like. So this isn't the main part of the announcement, and I'll cover this later here in just a minute. For those of you who are here, Davy Boy's here. Um, for those of you who are here, oh, you're not in pre-calc. That's right. So what are you guys working on then, Vanessa? So anyway, looks like it's just when was it? Was it Monday morning or was it last Friday? Oh, it's Atticus. That's all right. You don't need to worry about that, Atticus. It's fine. Whatever you want to do is good. Hey, so I think it was last Friday, maybe it was Monday. The governor said there is no more. That school's canceled for the rest of the year. At least it's closed. It's not canceled, right? We're still in school. You and I are. We still have responsibilities. I have to provide you with learning opportunities. I have to be able to document all that. You guys have to, at the minimum, participate and try, and you have to document that. You have to provide me evidence of that, and then I can turn that around to the administration team, right? But all of that direction has been really, really vague, and we don't really have any idea how we're going to do grades, how we're going to award credit, like for your semester grade, all that kind of stuff. A lot of you guys had a grade that was so, or maybe on the cusp of maybe being an A. You know what I mean? So like, you may have had a 78 in the third quarter. Good chance you could get a B for the semester, but fourth quarter, we went on spring break, never came back. So we haven't had a lot of guidance and direction from the state, who tells us how we determine grades and all that. We haven't had a lot of direction from them on how to calculate your grades, award credit, what's going to happen with summer school, what's going to happen with graduation. Um, do we just end at the third quarter and start with fourth quarter's instruction next year? Probably not. There's a lot of issues with that. So anyway, exactly how we round out this year has not been something that we've been received any guidance with. So apparently there's been some guidance this week. The state looks like they may have told all of the district administrators the plan and the guidance. That means something different for every district because they're all different. Different populations, different, different number of people that have access to the internet. Some people don't have access to the internet, and that changes depending on what part of the state you're in. So our district apparently has figured out what that means, and we're supposed to have a big staff meeting about today, and I'm hoping that's the information that's going to come out. And if it is, then I will give you guys an update on that this afternoon. Also, this afternoon, I'll give you guys the new material that we're going to be covering and your assignment that will be due tomorrow. And tomorrow in the morning, instead of just getting to hear me talk, we're actually going to do some math, okay? So we were a little behind yesterday. I had horrible internet problems the entire day. Couldn't even watch the Tiger King. Oh, it was horrible. Anyway, so who is CrazyBot247? And Dior is here. Hey, good morning, Dior. I know, right? And so if you got a, I don't care what username you use for on YouTube. It doesn't matter to me. But if it's not obvious who you are, please go ahead and. All right, I see. There we go. Yep, CrazyBot's gone. That's weird. It's the first time we've had that issue. Mariana's here. Good morning. Good morning, Mariana. How are you? Who's VidGap Baker? And yeah, let's see here. All right. So if there's a inappropriate anything in the chat, it's going to be gone without issue, comment, concern, warning, doesn't matter. So yeah. I mean, well, anyway, we're not going to spend any time on that. We're just going to do what we're supposed to do. So here's the deal. You guys probably heard that the Cambridge tests for the spring are canceled, right? So for you guys that are freshmen, that means you're not going to be taking the official biology test, the world history test, or your FLE this year, right? Exactly how that's going to play out, we don't really know, but you will receive an official grade that will apply towards, it looks like it will apply towards Grand Canyon Diploma. In case you're not sure, that means if you pass all 3 tests this year, you pass all 4 next year, you get a high school equivalency diploma, boom, good to go, right? So, yeah, you will get a grade this year. Exactly how that's going to happen is the teachers are going to have to do what's called a predictor grade. We do them every year, and they're used as kind of a backup. Say, on the day of the test, on the way to school, you got in a car accident and couldn't make it, you're in the hospital, something severe like that, then you would be awarded, even though you didn't take the test because you couldn't be there for a very serious reason, you would be awarded whatever the teacher would have predicted that you would earn. That would be the score you get. So now, that looks like how Cambridge is going to be awarding grades for the Cambridge tests this year. And that's not just in the U.S., that's all around the world. And that's kind of a huge deal because in a lot of places, in order to graduate high school, you have to pass these tests. Like you don't pass the test, you don't get to graduate. And other places use them as college entrance exams, like we use SAT and ACT. And so it's kind of a huge thing, right? But so here's the deal. Your teachers don't just get to say, oh, I think Joe is going to get an A, and you get an A. We as teachers have to be able to provide evidence as to why we think you deserve the grade that you're going to get, right? And so that's for the Cambridge tests. Now you guys, in math, nothing's different. You're not going to take the test until next year. So we're going to continue on. I think we have a pretty good flow for how class is going to work, all that kind of stuff. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be starting trigonometry, at least the fundamentals of trigonometry here. Maybe later this week, maybe not till Monday, but very soon we're going to be starting that. And that's kind of a complicated, tricky thing. This isn't the best way to learn, but it's the only way we have now, so that's what we're going to be doing. So you got to be on top of it, okay? All right. The other part about your class grade, not really sure how that's going to go yet. But if you've been doing your work, you've been participating, you've been asking questions, then I can provide evidence that will allow me to give you the benefit of the doubt. So like if you had a 78 in the third quarter, if you've been doing well during this, then I can say, I can justify why I would believe you might deserve a B. Make sense? So that's where we're at, right? Okay, now, yeah, Trig, right, Mariana? Ooh, Trig. Man, Trig's actually not that bad, but you got to be on it at the very beginning. If you're not on top of all of the very fundamental basics, and you don't really understand them, if you just focus on getting answers and you got the answer, you got it right, you feel good, you're going to be totally blown out of the water when we apply those concepts as we start getting further into trig. So, Mariana's, if you guys don't know, she's a sophomore in Cambridge. For those of you who are all freshmen, she's a year ahead of you, and she's like, ooh, trig. She can probably verify what I just warned you about, right? Okay, so let's see here. Here's what we're going to do. We got something for you. Check it out. Maybe. I've got, this is a picture, obviously. This is a picture that I found on the good old interwebs. And it's a warning to say 6 feet apart. Looks like the people kind of are on the corners of a square, right? I want you to figure out how far apart people really are. Of course, the diagonals are 6 feet, but how far apart are the people on the corners from each other? That's what I'd like to see if you could see if you can figure that out, and then you can let me know when we come back. Yeah. I don't even know. Yeah, so I mean, I guess if we get a bunch of people being in here being clowns, like Jose, you're all right, but I don't know who the VidGap baker is. They haven't said it. You know, I here to mass. If we're gonna be here to like, we can have fun, but if you're gonna be here to clown around, it's gonna boot you out. And we'll just make this entirely private, which will make it harder for everybody to find. But we can do that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on how grades are gonna work for Cambridge tests this year. I don't know if you've heard yet. The official announcements are coming out. I don't know if your teachers told you yet or not, but that's what's going to be happening. So that's kind of a big deal. I know it's going to be frustrating for a lot of you because you worked really hard all year, especially at the end, to try to get ready. And now you don't get to take the test. But you get still golden for math, and that's the most important one anyway. So later today, if I find out more direction on how we're going to be doing your semester grades and everything, then I'll give you guys an update this afternoon. Either way, this afternoon, I will post a video for you guys and an assignment that you guys will do today, and then you can turn that in, and then we can grade it to tomorrow and stuff. Okay. So until this afternoon, either way, I will talk to you guys soon. I'll go ahead and I think I already have everything ready, so I'll go ahead and actually post your work for today in Google Classroom, and then we'll talk to you guys later. So hope you have a good day, and if I have more information, I'll give you guys an update later today. All right.